Hello all, welcome back to my session. As a part of our DBMS training, today we go with nested queries and introduction to normalization. Okay, before we start about nested queries, I'm trying to complete introduction to normalization. Okay, I hope you are watching my previous videos. Please subscribe Easy BTech channel, then you will get all updates and you can get all my videos. Yes. First, before we start about normalization, first we discussed about some concepts. Schema refinement. What is schema refinement? What is the use of schema refinement? Okay, schema is nothing but already we discussed in the previous videos. Schema is a database. Okay, suppose student schema. Student schema is nothing but student database. Employee schema, employee database. Like that. Okay, schema refinement we define the complete description of the database. Okay, suppose completely you have to take a student database. Okay, the student database consists of student number, student name, student marks, all those things. Instance and schema. Combination of all the instance is called as a schema. Okay, completely. Okay, so right now you are in, I think, third year. Okay, your first year, second year and third year. First year is one instant, second year is another instant, the third year is another instance. Means here first year is one instance, second year is another instance, third year is another instance. Okay, total all are called as a schema. Okay, suppose if your name is some Ravi schema, Ravi database. Okay, Ravi database. Okay, Ravi schema. Okay, like that we have this is called as a database schema. For example, student ID, student name, student fee is in the student schema. Schema refinement means avoid the redundancy. First of all, avoid the redundancy. Okay, first feature of DBMS compared to the file processing system is avoid the redundancy. Redundancy means data duplication. Data may be placed in the different locations. Same data may be stored in the different location. Okay, different problems may be arise when we convert the relation into a standard data form. What are those? Okay, data redundancy, update anonymous, deletion anonymous and insertion anonymous. Okay, basically we have these are the problems. Okay, when you have create a database, okay, suppose if you have to create a file, okay, when you are joining your college, the same concept we have to take. I think already we discussed this concept at the time of introduction to DBMS. Okay, suppose data may be first in the account department. In account department, okay, once you complete your account department, then you have some your branch. Okay, suppose if you belongs to ECE, okay, your branch, your class or your department also maintain. Okay, then library, then sports or any clubs. Here we are discussing. Okay, problem is causing first to file level. File level is nothing but suppose if you change your mobile number. Okay, if you are change your the file the same file name database with the same name. Okay, suppose the same name. Okay, in the C drive, D drive. Okay, actually you are trying to copy the files. Okay, in C drive or D drive. Okay, exp.txt and exp.txt. Suppose if you wanted to delete, okay, first you wanted to delete in the exp.txt one data and another data exp.txt, the same file name with different data. Okay, so it is a problem. It is a confusion. Which file I want to remove? exp1 is updated or this file is updated. Okay, this is the data redundancy. And entry record level. Entry record level is nothing but the same row. Okay, here C12. Okay, if we have a same row with multiple times, okay, that is a problem. Okay, few attributes level redundancy. Attribute level redundancy is nothing but suppose same attribute. Okay, here we are using the same attribute C12 C language, C12 C language, C12 C language. This attribute is repeated 3 times for different students. Suppose if you have to take in the college, okay, CSC department. Okay, CSC department. Okay, in suppose block 1, second floor. Yes or no? They are mentioned in the entry of the college or in the account section only. Okay, CSC department, block 1 and second year, but they are not mentioned all the students in the section there are total 120 students. Okay, Mr. Ravi, CSC department block 2, Mr. Sai, CSC department block 2. Okay, they are not mentioned, they are maintained a centralized data. By using this centralized data we can access. Okay, but the few attributes redundancy. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, that is about the attribute. Same example, update redundancy is nothing but same thing. If you wanted to update, okay, suppose this is the C language course ID is C112. Okay, now I wanted to change C112 to some C102. Okay, C102. How many rows I wanted to update? I wanted to update around 1, 2, 3. Suppose I forgot to update. Okay, I updated here C102 and Sai and A, student number A and student number Sai updated, but I forgot to update it to Srinu. I forgot to update it to Srinu. Okay, automatically problem. What is the problem? Only these students are appear for the C language. These student can appear for the another exam. Okay, suppose this is in the 2020 batch code. For example, this is the 2022 batch code. Okay, entire course is some course is different. Courses means subject is different. Okay, Srinu get in the examination, Srinu get old question pattern. These two members A and Sai will get new question pattern. Okay, this is updated. What is the problem here? Update anonymous. Update anonymous is nothing but actually we have to maintain a separate data redundancy. When the data redundancy, we are unable to change. Okay, that particular person who whatever is the exam branch person or some particular person doesn't change Srinu course ID. Okay, what is the problem here? The Srinu can appear only old format exam. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, delete. Okay, delete anonymous. What is the delete anonymous? Delete anonymous is nothing but suppose here we have a Hyderabad, Riches Hyderabad. Okay, I wanted to remove. Okay, I wanted to remove student 30. Okay, student 30 from VLSI. Okay, from this particular course. Okay, delete. Okay, delete star from some course where student number equal S30. Student number equal S30. Okay, automatically we delete 2 rows. Okay, we are giving a query. What is the query we are giving? What is the query for delete one particular record? Delete. Okay, star from 1 minute. I'm trying to write the query here. Delete star from, suppose that is course where student number equal S30. Okay, when we are giving this particular command, automatically the 2 rows, whatever these 2 rows are removed from the database. But Riches wants to only he wanted to quit from the VLSI course. Okay, beginning of the college he registered for these are add-on course, just like right now you have NPTEL courses. Okay, similarly this particular university wants to register any courses. Okay, that's why Riches wants to register for C language and VLSI. Okay, now he want to withdraw this particular course VLSI. But when we are using this particular query, okay, when we write this particular query, automatically total Riches is deleted from the course. Okay, Riches is deleted from the course. That is called as a delete. That is called as a delete anonymous. Next, insertion. Okay, what is an insertion anonymous? Okay, when we have to insert, for example, this when we have to delete anonymous, we cannot add a new record. Okay, suppose I wanted to add. Okay, after completion of that, okay, I wanted to add value to the Riches. Okay, already Riches is removed. Okay, that's why we cannot insert. Okay, that's why to overcome these problems, we go with the decomposition. What is the decomposition? Process of break down the database into parts. Break down the data into parts. 1 minute. Okay, we have a huge database. Okay, in the database we have some student number, some student name, and some course ID, and course name. Okay, to overcome this problem, suppose course ID. Okay, if you take your semester, okay, suppose 501 student is 501. Okay, 501. Okay, he registered for n courses. What are the courses? Suppose if you are taking some CSC second year student, okay, some Java and data structures, okay, DBMS and MFCS, COA, like that, all the questions, all the subjects. Okay, course ID also there, course name is there. Suppose if you write 501, okay, 501 having Java, data structures, DBMS, MFCS, COA. Okay, like that, only one student having, okay, we are repeated, course name is different, course ID is different, but student name is repeated. To overcome this problem, we split this particular table into two. We are split this particular table into two database into two tables. One is student table, another one is course table. Okay, one is student table, another one is course table. In the student table, we have only student number and student name, S name. Okay, in the course table, we have student ID, course ID, and course name. No need to write. Okay, in the previous table we have to write at least course name, student name n number of times, student number n number of times. Okay, this is, we are decomposing into two ways. This is called as a decomposition. Okay, what are the properties of decomposition? Okay, directly we cannot decompose the data. Okay, when we have to decompose the data, lossless decomposition. Lossless decomposition is nothing but, okay, I'm explaining with another example. Lossless decomposition. Okay, decomposition must be lossless. Okay, lossless is nothing but, if you have to perform, let's take E is a relational schema with the instance E decomposed into E1, E2, E3. In this example, we are dividing student course is divided into one student table, one course table. Suppose the student having some fees also, we are dividing into some account table. Okay, when we are dividing into E1, E2, E3, when we have to join, okay, we are using this operation. Okay, this by using this operator already, I think my eighth video, we discussed about joins, natural joins. Okay, please go through that video. You know about joins, relational algebra. Okay, when we have to perform the join operation, we will get the same database. Then that is called as a lossless join decomposition. Join decomposition. For this example, in this example, employee table, how many attributes? How many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what is the problem here? We are dividing into employee table and department table. We are dividing into employee table into department table. Okay, department table and employee table. Employee schema contain EID, E-name, age, city, salary. Okay, department table contain department ID, employee ID. Okay, which is the primary key? Anyone? In the employee table? Yeah, please remember, in the NFTQ questions, they are giving two relations. Like that. Yeah, which is the primary key from the above table? Okay, otherwise they are giving, what about the key? Okay, key constraint, in the key constraint, which is the primary key? Which is the key attribute? Key column attribute. What is the key column attribute in the above table? Key column attribute is nothing but a particular attribute can be, by using the particular attribute we can access the total data, is called as a total row, is called as a key column attribute. Okay, in this particular table, I think EID is the employee ID is the primary key. What about here? Department ID is the primary key. Okay, suppose here we have no redundancy. Suppose if any particular okay, some xyz, suppose I wanted to add one more record, he is also belongs to department 1. Okay, we are adding. Okay, to overcome this problem we are dividing. Okay, once you have to divide, again if you merge this particular data, we can get the same data, then that is called as a lossless decomposition. Okay, in this example we are dividing into two tables. When we have to perform the student and course natural join operation, then we can get the same data, then that is called as a lossless decomposition. Okay, dependency preservation is nothing but compulsory when we perform. Okay, dependency preservation is nothing but, okay, when we have to do some divide the data, compulsory we have to require check dependency. Okay, what is the relationship between the employee table and department table? Anyone? Yeah, comment me. Yes, employee ID is the common between the two tables. Okay, dependency, okay, if you remove this particular dependency, okay, employee ID, employee name, age, city and salary, directly you have to divide into department ID and department, whatever the relationship between the two tables. Okay, that's why always when we have to divide the data, okay, dependency preservation, you have to check dependency preservation. If A belongs to A, functionally dependent to B, then we are dividing compulsory, we have to check dependency preservation. Okay, next one is lack of data redundancy. Okay, and we have to check about the lack of data redundancy. When we have to divide the data into divided into data, we have to remove the lack of redundancy. Okay, this is about the decomposition. Okay, what is the decomposition? Decomposition is nothing but divide the database into subparts. Okay, in this example we are dividing into two tables. Similarly, we are dividing data into different forms, is called as a decomposition. What are the properties of decomposition? Very important. What are the properties of decomposition? Okay, they are giving A, lossless decomposition, dependency preservation, lack of dependency. Then lossy decomposition, independent preservation. Otherwise, they are giving satisfy the decomposition. They are giving three statements: lossless decomposition, lossy decomposition. Okay, like that they are giving statements like this. Okay, which one is correct? For the data decomposition. Okay, data decomposition. Okay, they are giving statement 1. Okay, lossless decomposition. Second one, dependency preservation. Third one, loss decomposition. Fourth one, improve the data redundancy. Fifth one, lack of data redundancy. Then they are giving A, option A, 1, 2 and 3. Option B, 1, 2, 5. Option C, 1, 3, 5. Option D, 1, 3, 4. Like that they are giving. Which is the correct answer? Yes. First one, which is? Yes, B is answer. B is the correct answer. Why? Because lossless decomposition, preservation, lack of redundancy. Okay, this is one expected MCQ. Okay. Next, once we complete the decomposition, then we go with the functional dependency. What is functional dependency? Functional dependency is nothing but we have to a particular attribute is functionally depend upon another attribute. Okay, X is determined by is called as a functional dependency. Okay, suppose you and your father. Okay, you are depend upon your father. Yes or no? You are depend upon your father. Okay, suppose your college organizing some tour, whatever it may be. Okay, your father, once your father give approval, then only you will go to tour. Otherwise, you will not go to tour. Why? Because you are functionally dependent. This is your father. Okay, you are functionally depend upon your father. Okay, a particular attribute is dependent. Okay, determine the other attribute, then that is called as a functionally dependent. Son is means son or daughter. Okay, is depend upon father, parents. Depend upon parents. Functional dependency is attribute determine the another attribute. Okay, that is functional dependency. Basically, what are the functional dependent? Suppose in this table, particular table, okay, we can retrieve the values of it, values from using employee ID only. Okay, I want to know about Francis salary. Okay, select salary, select star from employee where employee number is 2. Okay, like that. What are the types of functional dependency? Very important functional dependency. At least you'll get minimum one question on functional dependency. Please concentrate. Okay, trivial functional dependency, non-trivial functional dependency, multi-value functional dependency, transitive functional dependency. Okay, first trivial. Okay, if you understand that what are the functional dependencies, okay, then easily around 50% of normalization you can understand them. Okay, 50%. Okay, that's why first try to understand the functional dependencies. Trivial functional dependency. Trivial functional dependency is nothing but the dependency of an attribute on a set of attributes is known as a trivial functional dependency. If the set of attributes include that attribute, okay, suppose A is depend upon A is trivially depend upon A, okay, B is depend upon B, okay, we are functionally dependent on particular variable and particular, okay, and also we have to depend employee number, okay, these are two are functionally dependency, okay, trivially dependency. Those are all called as a trivially dependency. Employee ID is trivially functional dependence on employee ID, means these are the subset. Okay, suppose we cannot write directly employee name to employee name. This is not trivially dependency. Okay, trivial dependency is nothing but each and every attribute as a independently on the particular table. Okay, this is about the trivial dependency. Non-trivial dependency is nothing but functional dependency which also known as a non-trivial dependency. Okay, occurs A dependence to B holds true where B is not subset of A. Okay, suppose if you take Microsoft, Satyam Nadella, age is 51. Google, Sundar Pichai. Okay, here if you know the company name, easily we can find out the CEO. Okay, if you know the CEO name, okay, we can suppose company name and CEO. If you know the company name, we know the CEO name. But CEO is not subset of company. CEO is a not subset of company. Okay. That's why it is non-trivial functional dependency. Means A attribute. Okay, B is not subset of A. Why? Because Satyam Nadella right now in Microsoft, maybe joined in another company also. Okay, Sundar Pichai also. First in 2002 he is a employee in Google. Okay, then team lead like that. Okay, right now he is a CEO. Okay, maybe sometime. Okay, suppose Microsoft offering Sundar Pichai around 100 crores. Okay, automatically maybe shift. That's why this is not functionally dependence. Okay, this is not function. It is not subset. Okay, this is called as a non-trivial functional dependency. Next, multi-value dependency. Multi-value dependency is nothing but suppose, okay, if one particular variable is depend upon more than one variable, more than one attribute, that is called as a non-functional multi-value dependency. That is called as a multi-value dependency. This multi-value dependency dependencies, suppose for example, okay, if you take some bike company, okay, they are releasing some two bikes based on the year 2008 white color and black color, okay, model. Okay, these models, suppose if you take CBZ, whatever it may be, if you take a bike model, compulsory we said only we have a two. Okay, we have a nano cars, either yellow or red. For example, yellow or red, yellow or maroon only. Okay, they are releasing 2008, 2013 and 2017. These years they are designing color is white and black. Okay, this particularly the model is depend upon year as well as color. This is called as a multi-value dependency. Next, trans-to dependency. What is trans-to dependency? A functional dependency is said to be a trans-to dependency. X dependent on Z, not directly, indirectly. X depends Y, Y does not depend X, Y depends Z. This is called as a trans-to dependency. This is also called as a trans-to. If a relationship in the trans-to dependency, then that is called as a third normal form. Suppose in this example, okay, Microsoft, Satyam Nadella, 51 years. Okay, company dependent CEO. Yes or no? Okay, if you know the company name, you know the CEO name. If you know that particular CEO name, we can find out the age. But okay, company not specify the age. Okay, company not specify the age. The company is not depend upon the, okay, we cannot identify. Okay, company holds age, no, that makes sense, because if we know the company name, we know the his age. Okay, suppose we don't know about such a, okay, who is the CEO of Microsoft, Satyam Nadella. Okay, otherwise we are asking indirectly. Okay, actually X is functionally depend upon Y, Y is functionally depend upon Z. Sometimes we can get X representing Z. Okay, in interview. Okay, suppose if you are attending for interview, if you will attend interview for Google. Okay, may I know what is the age of CEO of Google company? Okay, you said, okay, Satyam, Google CEO is Satyam, Sundar Pichaya. He joined in Google company in 2000. Okay, we don't know, you cannot explain total story. Just only you said only 48 years. Okay, you said only 48 years. Okay, what is trans-to dependency? The X depends Y, Y depends Z. Okay, then X is determining Z is called as a trans-to dependency. Okay, X is depend upon the Y, Z, that is called as a trans-to dependency. Okay, suppose here I wanted to know about what is the age of Microsoft CEO. Directly you know 51. Okay, directly you know 51. Okay, the please note that the trans-to dependency is we can apply only when we have a more than 3 or more attributes only. Okay, if we have a 3 attributes, then only we have a trans-to dependency. What is the trans-to dependency? For example, suppose student ID, otherwise, okay, student ID, student name and marks. Okay, student ID is depend upon marks, student name is depend upon marks. Okay, if by using the student ID we can recognize the marks, then that is called as a trans-to dependency. Okay, yes. Next, normalization. What is a normalization? What is the use of normalization? Okay, normalization is nothing but data, very, very important. Okay, basically they are giving some relationship, then you have to find out what are the particular normalization in which format. Okay, for example, they are giving one relation, one database. It is in which normal form? First normal form, second normal form, third normal form. Okay, based on this particular table we can identify this is in the any normal form. Okay, this is in the first normal form. I will explain what is that. Okay, normalization is nothing but decomposition of the data. Decomposition of the data is called as a normalization. Okay, decomposition. Database is dividing into, normalization is a symmetric approach of decomposition of a table. Okay, to eliminate the redundancy. Okay, understandable, and update, insertion. Okay, insertion, update and deletion anonymous. Okay, what are the advantages of normalization? Okay, update anonymous and delete anonymous and insertion anonymous. These are the features of, already we discussed this, normalization. What are the functions of benefits of normalization? Okay, facilitate data integration. Okay, reduce the data redundancy, provide a robust architecture for retrieving and maintaining a data, complements the data model, reduce the chance of data anonymous occur. Okay, what are the types of anonymous? Insertion, update and delete. Okay, if you know this particular table, we can easily identify. Okay, you remember, please try to remember this particular table: user, data source, user requirement specification, and source describe the enterprises such as a data dictionary and data model. Okay, first of all, user said, as a client said, what are the requirements? He wanted to know design. Okay, then here we have a model, some models. Can you explain? Okay, suppose if you are a developer, the developer said, 1 minute. Okay, the developer said some data. Okay, he said some specific data. Okay, suppose is some employee number, employee name, all those things. Okay, based on the data model, already we discussed them. If you want to construct a house, okay, first you approach some civil engineer. Okay, I have some so and so 150 square years flat. Okay, I want to construct a 2 BHK house. Then he said, okay, these are the following models. If you go to anywhere, okay, suppose shop or jewelry shop also. Okay, I want to I want to purchase around 4 grams, some 40 grams chain. Okay, these are the models. Based on the model, you can check. Okay, once you have to select that model, then you have to transfer the attribute into a table format. Then we have to, this is the anonymous format. Okay, anonymous format, UNF. This is without normal form. Then first normal form. What is the first normal form? What is the second normal form? We will discuss. First of all, you have a database. Then you are converting into first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, BCNF, fourth normal form, and fifth normal form. But in the InfyTQ, they are asking only for these 4 normal forms. Okay, first normal form, second normal form, and third normal form. If required, BCNF. Okay, first normal form. What is the first normal form? A relationship is in the first normal form. Okay, remove the multi-value dependency. Remove the multi-value dependency is nothing but, suppose student number Akshay, okay, student ID is 100 and his subjects are computer network and designing. Okay, next Aman, database management system, and one more. Okay, to overcome this problem, we are decomposing into tape. We are decompose the relations into dividing the database. How to divide? 101 Akshay computer network. 100 Akshay design thing. What is the problem? It is in first normal form? No. Why? Because here data redundancy. Okay, when we have to do a data normalization, compulsory it follows the 3 rules. What are those? Data redundancy. Okay, to avoid the data redundancy. Next, update anonymous, insert anonymous, and delete anonymous. Okay, it is not in the normal form. That's why we are dividing into 2 tables. Okay, suppose, okay, we are dividing into 2 tables, student ID and okay, that slide is missing. Okay, whatever it meant, now I will explain this particular table. We are dividing into 2 formats. In the examination, they are asking like that only. Okay, this is it is a relationship. Okay, how to convert this relationship into first normal form? Okay, they are giving like this: 2 entities, student attributes, student ID, comma, student name. One more is course, student ID, comma, subjects. Like that. Okay, they are giving 2 ways. Okay, we are dividing into two tables: student ID and course ID. Student ID and course ID. In the student table, we have only student number and student name. Student number, student name is nothing but 100 Akshay, 101 Aman, and 102 Anjali. Then subjects again we have to write. Okay, if the multi-value dependency, if a relationship not having multi-value dependency and data no data redundancy, then that is called as a first normal form. A relation schema is a first normal form. Okay, it is a atomic value. First one is atomic value. The symbol was the should not no repeat the group of a particular column. A value can be defined in atomic value. It does not contain any set of values. Okay, here in this example, it is having some set of values. Okay, in this example, another example, employee ID. Okay, he is the employee Rohan. Okay, right now we have a COVID situation. Okay, compulsory we require some health insurance. Okay, Rohan is the employee. The particular student, the particular employee on the particular employee, his father, mother, and brother is dependent. Okay, Nandan, his wife, mother, and son is dependent. To overcome this, we are dividing the table. We are dividing Rohan father, Rohan mother, and Rohan brother. Then we are dividing into two tables. What are those? Employee table and family table. Okay, employee table and family table. We are dividing it like this. Okay, first of all, we have to divide the data, but it is not in the first normal form. That's why we are dividing into employee table and family table. Okay, that is employee table and employee dependent table. Then that is in the first normal form. Okay, here it is employee table and it is the family table or dependent table. Okay, you have one doubt, sir. Here we have a dependency. Okay, we have redundancy, data redundancy. No problem. In the previous we have to redundancy. Ravi, Hyderabad. Okay, always we have to decompose a data. Okay, we have to decompose a data. Actually here 1, 2, 3. Three attributes are repeated. Here only one column, only one attribute is repeated. Okay, compared to this, we have to decompose it into some, we avoid the redundancy compared to first table and second table. This is called as a first normal form. This is called as a first normal form. Okay, in the next session, we go with the second normal form. If you have any queries, yeah, please subscribe Easy BTech channel and comment in the particular video. Okay. If you have any queries, please share your doubts